Queenstown and Monica and around the lakes there. It's just amazing country. It's just big country, you know. You can do anything you like. You can jump off mountains, you can ski, you can jet boat, you can mountain bike, you can run. As outdoor type people that we are with what we do for a living, it's perfect. You know, we're 40 minutes from a major city at the moment on a west coast beach, beautiful sand. It's blow karting. It's just, you know, you can do anything. You can be anything you want to be in this country and do anything you want. You're not restrained. The whole culture of the country is such that if you want to be a surgeon or if you just want to be a professional blow karter, you can do whatever you want.
Well, one of his brief moments of relaxation there, Grant Dalton. Now, he does not star on the boat. We don't see too many pictures of him at all, but he is the boss of Emirates Team New Zealand. To find out exactly how he feels going into the Louis Vuitton Cup Final, day one, he chatted with Martin Tasker.
What have you learned about Luna Rossa and about their boat?
Well, you know, I guess one of the things that's hard to work out with Luna Rossa is whether they won an easy semi-final or were just doing really, really well and smashed a good semi-finalist. It's probably a bit of both. I think Oracle obviously collapsed halfway through, or maybe after 2 races, but Luna Rossa had to get a lot better than they'd been to get to that stage. And what is not sort of seen really is that the other years that we've been racing against them, Torben Grail has been doing the Round the World race, and I think you're starting to see the combination of the afterguard coming together on Prada better than it has in previous years. So they are a lot better rather than just Oracle being weak.
James Spittle is seen as the gun guy. How do you cope with him?
Well, I don't have to. That's Dean's job. You know, I mean, Dean's equal of James Spittle. I'm not worried about that.
Okay. Now, we saw in the last race some really tough conditions. First of all, tell us about how you felt the boat and you all coped.
Well, we coped fine with that stuff because we always would. We're Kiwis. I mean, you do that off Takapuna every second day. I think it was more that the Spanish really just were like, you know, wide-eyed, and they hadn't really sailed out here much in that stuff. So I don't think it was Emirates Team New Zealand having a brilliant day. It was more the Spanish having a really bad day in those conditions. Honestly, you know, the sort of next question is, do we want those conditions? Well, we're not going to get them, first of all, in the long-range forecast, and it makes no difference. Those are a one-off condition for us that we'll deal with if it happens, and we're good in that stuff, but we're not expecting it.
Now, for a spectator, those conditions were extremely nerve-wracking, in particular for a spectator who's an Emirates Team New Zealand fan. What would you say to alleviate the concerns of those who are watching and are expecting something to go ping any second?
Let me worry about the things going ping, because I worry about it non-stop, don't worry. Yeah, we've done a huge amount of work in that stuff. We have, and it's not to say things won't break, because things break, you know, on race cars and on yachts, but we have worked hard on that. I mean, 203 was a watershed in terms of reliability for Team New Zealand. It needed to get significantly stronger in its whole preparation for reliability, and we have. I mean, I don't think we've broken a single thing since this regatta started. Touch wood.
Okay, now if people were nitpicking, they'd question your jibing. What can you do to make that better, to make it slick?
Yeah, I think I can talk specifically about 2 jibes, both in the second last race against Spain, which was an air behind jibe. Normally in that scenario, you go hot jibe, where the boat to Louis is trying to protect its air and he comes out hard. They were far enough ahead. I mean, we've looked at this hard and we've practiced this scenario since, where they could get their air behind, and without overcomplicating it, we've dealt with the scenario of that happening again.
Now, you talk about getting the dynamics and things right. How do you want the mood to be on the boat going into the first race of the final?
Well, the mood on the boat should be the same as the mood in the team. I mean, it is about 125 guys, not just 17 on the boat. And the mood should be no different than it was on the very first day of the round robins. It should be exactly the same, because there's more horns going to be blown as we go out here. There'll be more flags, there'll be more emails saying, you know, good luck for the big one, sort of thing. And if we let that affect us, then that does affect us. So we have to be exactly the same as we've been just since we started.
How do you get that? How do you get the mood that you want to be there?
By 3 years of work to get there, by constant communication with the whole team, by inspirational speakers, by videos, inspiration of Greg LeMond winning the Tour de France by 8 seconds, you know, when he shouldn't have won it, by all that sort of thing. By just knowing that we have to be at the top of our game, but needed to be when we started here as well. And yes, it's obviously more important because this is go home stuff if you get it wrong. But if you're not process focused, if you don't live in the now, if you don't think about your job and doing it 100%, not the other guy's job, or what could happen if he doesn't do his right, you will make mistakes and your brain will be cluttered. You have to be absolutely clear in your thinking, and it gives you more time if you're clear.
Are you excited?
I don't really get that excited, I just get worried.
I think all of you watching at home are a bit worried too, wondering what might happen today. Race 1 of the Louis Vuitton Cup Final.